Good day and welcome to today's episode of Erongo Talk. So it's a very chilled Friday vibe here, and we find ourselves today at the Lighthouse Restaurant in Swakopmund. My name is Adolf Kaure, and I'll be joined by my colleague.
I'm Chiro Karisep, and it's definitely gonna be a fine Friday here
Yeah,
at
for
Lighthouse. Yeah, so as usual in our show, we're gonna bring you the weather and tides, as well as sports and entertainment.
Yes, and we also have that is regular news as well as an interview with Don, who's going to be talking about his latest EP called Cosa Nostra. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back after today's calendar day. It is now time for the news, and in our first story, the Anti-Corruption Commission's Director General Paulus Noah said that stakeholders need to be game changers in order to combat corruption. He made these remarks when he spoke at the ACC's second National Anti-Corruption Strategy and Action Plan, NAC SAP. That is for the years 2021 to 2025 regional consultation for the Erongo region, which took place in Swakopmund yesterday. So there is no option for silence because silence helps corruption to thrive. He was quoted as saying, "If you are truly care about Namibia and the future of this great country, then you must keep your head on the deck," he told stakeholders from different institutions who were approximately 30 in attendance. He also said that it is either you are on the side of the ones fighting corruption or on the side of those promoting it. You cannot be neutral. So those who corruptly gain wealth should not be celebrated within our political rank, ordained as political party bishops, and accorded red carpets when brought before court of law to answer allegations against them. So that one you can check out on our website www.erongo.com.na. And in our second story, the Hardap Regional Governor, Reverend Solomon April, says that his delegation's 3-day visit to the Erongo region was fruitful as he spoke at the debriefing press conference held at the office of the Erongo Regional Governor on Wednesday. So the delegation was able to meet with executives of mining and fishing companies, which include Rossing Uranium, Swakopmund Mine, Tunako Fishing, Etosha Fishing, Seawork Fishing Processors, and Hangana Seafood. We managed to sensitize them about our vision, challenges, and wishes through a presentation, followed by fruitful discussions. We were taken through how the two sectors operate and their design in terms of the corporate social responsibility, and the corporates were understanding, accommodative, and willing to collaborate when finest the details are available, he said. So the purpose of the delegation's visit was focused on streamlining the education, housing, food security, and health sectors in their regions. And April said that the development cannot be measured by infrastructure alone, but should be based on access to basic human rights like housing, water, sanitation, food, and education. So do check this one out as well on our website, which is erongo.com.na. And that concludes today's news.
With me here is One Don. How you doing, brother?
Oh, good man. Easy Mets. Yeah, thanks for having me. And what's up, bro?
Yeah, I'll go from our side. So today is a very special day for you, you know. So tell us a bit about what's going down here today.
Mad bad. We say, like you said, it's a special day, man. Cause today I just dropped my debut solo EP, the Cosa Nostra. It's got 14 tracks and it's all over the place. You can find it all digital stores, SoundCloud, Audio Mac. You could go stream it on Download Africa. Yeah, and it's my birthday, and also we're having a video shoot, so it's crazy, man. Crazy day, crazy Mets, but up vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wonderful. So when did it all start for you as a musician?
When I was born, yeah, it all started like I can't really remember because music has always been a part of me. Like I grew up in a really music influenced home, so we also always used to listen to hip hop music, reggae music, a diverse set of music. So music was always a part of me. And as a kid, I always had a thing for music. I always wrote people's lyrics and sang along to their lyrics and rhythms and things. So it's always been a part of me. But actually, it got a hold of me on high school. There was this little talent show, and actually we entered. And back then we were known as the Prince Posers. We won this competition. So with that, we won a record deal, and that's where this whole journey began, man. Yeah.
Coming out of Koreas, you diverse, pushing Namibian content. What are you trying to achieve with this new AP?
We're actually trying to bring something new. Right now, we're busy building the foundation. Because, we don't want to be identified as just everybody else. We want to be individual as human beings. Like, we are individuals, so we try to be individual and bring up something new. Because there's so many genres out there already, and like the amapiano and the hip hop and all these genres are popping out here. So we figured like we took a sit back and then we checked, let's just bring something new to the table, go back to the drawing board and just draw up a different formula and just bring a new flavor to the scene. So actually we are trying to grow a whole culture right now. We're bringing something new to the table, and actually we're really working hard on it, and we want to take it like all the way as far as it could go, so yeah, man, that's what we're trying to bring.
Yeah. So the music is a major league sport and a major league play field. In your new EP, do you have some major league players that are already existing in the industry as collabs?
This is a solo EP, so this is nothing but One Don on that EP. This EP is actually an introduction of me as an artist and what I have to bring to the table, and just an introduction into like my liberty and my culture and how we see the music and what we're trying to bring forward. So no, we don't really have any feature, non-local, non-international, non-known, non-unknown. It's just One Don all the way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But hopefully in the future, right? In the future, definitely. Right now, we got some special projects we're working on. I don't really think it's the proper time yet to be talking about it, but definitely some special stuff coming up, man.
Yeah. So, born into Mondesa, where you're currently residing, what were the few setbacks you experienced while trying to compose this EP?
Having to do everything by myself, man. It's kind of different, in the Namibian industry, coming up as an upcoming artist, and especially when you do something that not many people know about, which is dancehall, so like the biggest hustle for me was having to do everything out of my own pocket, man, setting up shows, shooting music videos, having to travel for interviews and all this. So that's like the biggest setback, whereas other artists, they got like record labels that help them and some sponsors and some management. We have to do everything by ourselves, which is also a plus for us because we get to learn. It's a learning curve, so it's just for us to be working harder. At the end of the day, it just gives us more spirit, more power, more willpower, Yeah.
So today, a lot of people are looking up to you, especially those that are still in the upcoming phrase. Is there a special word of advice that you can give these people?
Don't give up on whatever you're doing. Like, put everything in it, and it's gonna pay off eventually. Even if it takes 100 years, it must pay off, because like, it's life is all about energy, and whatever you put in, you will get back. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing, keep pushing. Even if there's setbacks, get back to the drawing board. And just keep doing what you're doing, because at the end of the day, it's gonna pay off. So just work hard, be ambitious about what you're doing, and you know what I'm saying? It's gonna pay off at the end of the day eventually, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, when people see these things, they obviously want to be like, yeah, I want to link up with this guy. Yeah, I want to do what he's doing. So, how can people reach you?
They can reach me on my social media handles. I go by One Don Dada on Instagram. They can reach me out, send me a DM, man. I'm open. You know what I'm saying? Really down to the earth. Or you can reach out to me on Facebook. Yeah, these days, like, it's so easy, man. It's so easy. You could just open your internet and just holla at me. One Don Dada Instagram, or Ravanelli on Facebook. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Wonderful, and God bless, sir.
Man, thanks, man.
Okay.
Bless up.
Yes, yeah. And now it's time for your entertainment news. Joaretha Nell, simply known in the music fraternity as Joaretha, is set to perform at the Standard MTC 081 Everyone Hope concert in Windhoek. She will share the stage with South African powerhouse gospel acts like the legendary Benjamin Dupe, as well as the iconic Busir Radebe and Ayanda Natsi. Speaking in an interview, the Walvis-based gospel songbird told Erongo 24/7 that she is very excited at this prospect. This will be the first for me, and it will be exciting. I'm rehearsing a lot and give the audience the best of me, she says. Now it's time for my second story. After 3 years of football stagnancy here in Namibia, the Southern Stream First Division will get some action as the league finally kicks off this Saturday. Now, this league is going to be played at 4 different venues across the country, and it will last until the end of July 2021. The Southern Stream traditional league has 4 groups, namely the Southern Stream, the Coastal Stream, the Central Stream, and the Inland Stream. Each group consists of 3 teams, which matches will be played on a round-robin basis for group stages. The winners and the runner-ups of each group will proceed to the quarterfinal groups and playoffs on a knockout basis. Now, as regulation states that 100 people or spectators can visit such games or venues, in this case, no spectators will be allowed as these games are proceeding. And on to our third story. The 064 All-Day West Coast Five-a-Side Indoor Soccer Tournament will take place here at the Dome Sports Center on the 29th of May this year. There has been a number of teams who signed up from Swakopmund and Walvis to take part in this event. Now, Arafat Gweseb, the partner of 064, said, "You don't have to be a professional soccer player to take part in this event. You can be a group of friends or a group of people that are interested in soccer and have the soccer spirit to take part in such events." Now, a maximum of 8 players can be registered per team, while only a number of 5 guys will be allowed on any given time on the pitch. And that wraps up my entertainment and sport news. Now be sure to get the full width of these stories and more, and that's on our website at www.erongo.com.na. You can always follow us on our social sites to see how this and more stories unfold.
Right, I'm here with Keren Till, who is the marketing manager of the Lighthouse Group. How are you doing?
I'm very well this morning, bright and early here at Lighthouse. We're not normally open in the mornings, but we opened up here, and it's lovely to see what it looks like in the morning light.
Yes, and that's awesome now because Lighthouse Restaurant is now open again after some closure. Tell me more about this. You guys, when did you guys reopen again, and what times are you operating?
We opened last week. I'm actually not sure which day of the week it was. I think it was Sunday, officially. We were closed 14 months due to Corona, and we are now open during the week. Mondays we were open in the afternoons from 4. Tuesdays we're closed. Then we open again from 4 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Fridays we open from 12, so you can have lunch here at the beach. And then Saturdays and Sundays we open from 9, so we're offering breakfast as well.
Awesome. Yes, and how does it feel to be back after all this the Corona and so on?
It's wonderful. It's been such a difficult journey. I think most people have suffered, especially the tourism industry. It's wonderful to be able to re-employ people, to give people jobs. It's actually been, it was one of the hardest things was the retrenchments that had to happen during or as a result of Corona. And slowly but surely we're getting a bigger staff complement and being able to provide jobs for more people. And it's just great to be able to work again and to see tourists and be able to talk and socialize and, try and get back to normal.
Yeah, I mean the ambience is lovely. I've been here a couple of times as well. So tell me, what specials are you going to probably offer in the future?
Well, we had a very popular special. I think it was on a Thursday. We had all-you-can-eat pizza night. So we're going to bring that back. Not just yet. We've got a new menu. We've had to, due to Corona, you had to have a good look at how big your menu was, so that you don't have so many products that you're keeping on stock. So we've changed our menu up a little bit, and we've got, we've got come and try our new menu. It's lovely.
Hopefully bottomless, right?
The bottomless pizza, yes, yeah.
All right, and now being part of the Lighthouse Group, other restaurants also had to open gradually. Tell us more about the other parts of Lighthouse Group that also needed to come back on board.
Yes, well, I mean, obviously with all the lockdowns and things, we were affected. We had to close down. We slowly, I think the very first venue we actually opened was Bonus Mark Soft Serve, which was a little ice cream kiosk, which could operate. That was a good start. And then we went on to Stadtmitte Cafe. Being a cafe, the liquor restrictions didn't affect us too badly, and the hours worked well with curfews and so on. And Stadtmitte found its feet. And then once that was open and running, we were very happy in time for December to open Tiger Reef. I mean, what is Swakopmund without Tiger Reef? And it's been going from strength to strength. And we've finally been able to, it's a little bit of having the guts to do it because we're banking on the tourism coming back. And it's now going into winter, so business is always slower in winter, but we think that the tourists might still come in an unusual time. And of course, we want to be there for the locals. So we're hoping that they are getting back on their feet slowly and can come and support us as well.
Yes, we pray that tourism definitely does come back. And on another note, what are you guys doing to ensure that COVID-19 regulations are adhered to here at not only Lighthouse Restaurant, but all the restaurants of Lighthouse Group?
Well, obviously, we try and maintain our sanitizing routine, cleaning the tables and things properly between settings and so on. There's sanitizer at the door. We encourage our staff all wear masks when they're serving, and we ask the clients before they sit down. Obviously, they must wear a mask to come in, and when they're sitting and eating, obviously, then they can socialize without that. We try and be proactive about the social distancing as well. If the tables are a bit close, then we just don't put people at that table and keep one open. I mean, if you look now at the moment, they're quite close. So we just monitor how we seat the people, and also we've got a lovely outdoor area, which is great because then you can really get in the fresh air and not worry about being closed up.
Any last words from your side?
I just would like to encourage people to keep the faith. Things will change. It cannot always be negative and in a downswing. Take the leap of faith and just stay positive. Come and support local business. And yes, let's just hope Namibia recovers from this and stays on the upswing.
Awesome stuff. So that was Keren Till, marketing manager of Lighthouse Group. Thank you for having us here on Erongo Talk.
Thank you very much for coming to visit us.
Pleasure.
Hey everyone, this is Tiuli Majid. I will be giving you a few performance tips. These are on live stage performances. As I am an individual artist, I go by the name of T Music, and I am a part of the African Vocals a cappella band, which is a famous boy band from Swakopmund. Traveled a little bit around the world, had performances on big stages like the Windhoek Jazz Festival and international a cappella festival in Hanover. So tip number one, let's get to it. Be prepared. Doesn't matter with your looks, doesn't matter whether it's with your rehearsals, which is a big part of being prepared as well. Your song list, your instruments. If you're playing any instruments, if you're using instruments on stage, make sure they work 100%, because it could be quite embarrassing if something doesn't work and you're supposed to perform. If you're not using instruments and you're using an instrumental as a backup track, make sure that works 100% as well. Make sure you're on time. Make sure you know when you're supposed to perform. Make sure you know when your sound check is so that you can be there on time. So these mistakes that happen on stage will be then found before you go on stage. So that is a huge part of being punctual and then being prepared as well. The second tip I would like to give you is, when you get to the performance itself, identify your audience. That's why we say always be punctual, not 10 minutes before the performance, but then let's say an hour before the performance, so that you can just check the vibe, how the people are, how they are receiving the other artist's music. Tip number 3, make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable. So let's say you feel uncomfortable with the shoes you chose to wear. Take them off, because it's your show. You can do whatever you like when you're on stage. It's your stage for those, let's say, 10 to 20 minutes that you are on stage. Tip number 4, stage presence is very important. So do not stand on one place, move around, make sure you feel comfortable, like I just said. Make sure the people listening to you are also comfortable. Tip number 4, be prepared for mistakes, because you are human. Mistakes will or can happen. So be prepared for them. The best way to cover a mistake is to be 10 times better after that mistake. Yeah, so that's what I always do. Whenever I make a mistake, I always try to hit the next note 100% so that no one can realize that the mistake was actually made in the first place. Tip number 5, connect with your audience. That is the most important part of it. Connect with your audience, show appreciation for the love they give you. So if they applaud, acknowledge that. And tip number 6, enjoy yourself, because everything that comes out of you will be received exactly the same way by the person listening to you. So if it's a sad song, connect with the person, tell them your story, tell them how you feel, and then sing the way you feel, because it's very important that the person sitting and listening feel exactly what you express through your music. So that's all for today. Please feel free to hit me up if you need any more tips, and then enjoy the performance.
Stay tuned for your weather and tides for all the major towns in the Erongo region.
All good things do come to an end, and that also applies for Erongo Talk as we have concluded today's show.
Yeah, we had a lovely time here at Lighthouse. Now you should come through and definitely check out their food platters. I mean, their meat platters are gigantic. Yo, we had a lovely time here. But you know, all good things do come to an end. Yeah, so check out what's happening here in the coast as well as in Erongo. That's on our website. That's at www.erongo.com.na. Follow us on our social sites on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter to see anything live and recent happening in your society here in Erongo Talk. You can always communicate with us on WhatsApp and on Telegram. That's at 0811 Now that number is also your go-to number for advertisements and any placements with us here at Erongo.
Yes, and you can also send us your news tips as well as videos to that specific number, which is 0811 So, I mean, we had a blast, and do remember to keep safe and enjoy your weekend. From us, from here at the Lighthouse, it has been a pleasure. See you next week.
It's the keynote. It's an everlasting light, brighter than the flames you burn. No other light in the dark. It's an everlasting light, brighter than the flames you burn. Mutima, Angelo, oh yeah. Kambura mutima, mutima, Angelo, Kambura mutima. Mutima, mutima, Wanjilomo.